I can listen. No, it ain't too hard for me. No, it ain't too hard. Do you know, really know? Oh, yeah. Every day, every night, every night of your life. I hear you.
Okay. Greetings, greetings, greetings. That hymn was from the brilliant Stevie Wonder. Prior to that, you heard CeCe Winans singing a song called I Am. It's an interesting song. The Stevie Wonder song is called I Don't Speak Zulu. So forgive me if I slaughter this. If you're watching this and you speak Zulu, please forgive me. Tikulela. The second portion of it, he sings in Spanish. Es una historia. I am singing. That's the name of the song. Tikulela / I am or / es una historia / I am singing. Beautiful song about what we're experiencing and the joy and love that we can have in our hearts. And here we are today. We're going to go into prayer in a moment. Here we are today. And I want to give a special blessing. And I want to have just a moment, and then we'll go directly into prayer for my beloved, our beloved, Alexis Murphy. I'll give you, this is not a special day particularly today that I can think of. I know it is a special month. This Pride Month. And send love and joy and ecstasy and beauty to all mama's pretty babies. All of us. All of you are her pretty babies. Whether you deny the mother or not, you are all mama's pretty babies. All of you. And the LGBTQ community, you are mama's pretty babies too. Mama don't make no mistakes, you see. She don't. She knew what she was doing when she made your pretty ass. So Alexis Murphy was this particular community, and I loved them with all of my heart. Many of you did, those of you who knew them. Nicknamed the Detonator. Because when everyone else is hesitating in the revolution, they will be the one that will blow this shit up. Yes, I'm preaching shit. Okay? Everybody's talking about it, having discussions. Murph would be boom. Okay, why are we talking? Why are we doing this? Let's just blow it up. What the hell are we waiting on? So today, while I was doing farming, and we will go into prayer. This is a part of prayer. Today, while I was farming, there were high grasses. We're trying to cut this grass down so we can get ready to bring our families in and this type of thing. And while I'm shaving the grass, and I'm trying to validate if I remember this story correctly, but I believe Alexis Murphy, or Murph as we call them, loved the poppy. Sure enough, while our co-director, Susan Diane Mitchell, is visiting family in California, also someone who loved Murph deeply and sweetly, had them work with us in our office with Dynamite Hill Smithfield Community Land Trust. On this land, there was a poppy. And if I remember right, Susan and Murph had conversations about how the poppy was their favorite flower, one of their favorite flowers. I hope I'm not off on that, but there was a poppy in the middle of all these tall grasses. The grass is like 3 feet high. We're trying to shave it down, so we get ready to grow. And there's just this poppy, just out of nowhere. We didn't seed it. It wasn't intentional. Sometimes bird, carry seed. You may have seed on your fingertips. And I'm not joking. I have imagery of it. I can show you if you want to see. This was in the most odd space. It was almost directly in the center of the field. Then there was this bird, and I believe in presence. I believe in the presence of spirit. There was this bird, pretty little bird. I don't know birds very well. I have a friend who's into ornithology. He would probably be able to look at it, look right at it. He's a black birder, you just know, right? This beautiful bird, and it just kept staying around the land space. He's not flying off, or this bird's not flying off or anything. So I talked to our co-director, and long distance, and she said, "That's Murph," showing their approval of this work. So we dedicated this message, which that was not the intention. I had been thinking about Murphy, but this was not the intention of the message, to focus specifically on Alexis Murphy. And that's not what we're going to do, but we want to center their space right now. Here's prayer. You can bow your heads, you can look at me, you can look at yourself in the mirror, because you are a reflection of Mother. You are one of Mama's pretty babies too. With your brown hair, black hair, red hair, whatever condition you are in, whoever you are, to yourself and to Mother. And that's really the only relationship that really, really deeply matters. You are all Mama's pretty babies. And here is our prayer. Holy Goddess, she who is eternal, she who is without Alpha and without Omega, she who has no beginning, no ending, she who is eternal, she who grants desires, she who lives in fire, she who is the wind and the stillness of earth and the sweetness of water and the crushing of water when necessary for crushing to take place. We ask for this day, in this moment, in this month, for an opening of our hearts, that we understand that what you have created, none of this is mistake. We ask a prayer for those hearts to open and for folk to let the butterfly be butterfly, let the flower be flower, let the rainbow be rainbow, let the fire be fire, the water be water, the wind be wind, the earth be earth, and the machete be machete. There is now a time for separation, and we ask for prayer during this time of separation. We ask for your blessings during this time of separation, because your children, your pretty babies, all of us, by whatever name we refer to ourselves, by whatever gender we decide to be, or no gender at all, by whatever sexuality or no sexuality at all we wish to express ourselves, let us be blessed that we can make one of your greatest gifts become so. Let us make love. Let us make love. Let us make love. Ashe, ashe, ashe. We give reverences, of course, to our ancestresses, they who have walked path prior to this path, opening this path, opening these ways, opening these doors and portals so that we can move through, expressing ourselves exactly as we are, whoever you are, in whatever way you decide that to be. There is no exactitude to this. There is a multitude of everything. And our ancestresses, our mothers, knew you were one of their pretty babies, and you might express yourself a little bit this way, a little bit this way, a little bit that way, somewhat this way, somewhat that way, somewhat that way. And in knowing that, laid the path anyway. There wasn't a wall. It wasn't an arrest. Your ancestresses, understanding what they understood to be reality, gave of themselves to the earth, to their understanding of whatever path they had to walk. And in that, there were footsteps left, so we could walk through them, at least study them, understand them. If we don't want to walk that way, we can go out this way. There is a multitude of choices at every single corner, and a multitude of expression. So there is choice and there is expression. And all of it works in her favor. Give reverence to our elder mothers. I have particularly a couple that I love with all of my heart. And I have an affinity for the dark goddess, the crone, the elder mother. And ask for a blessing from those elder mothers and for those elder mothers. They are standing here with us, granting us wisdom, even when we don't seek it. Sometimes they have to pop up the side of the head so we can get that understanding of that wisdom. We give reverence to them. And I give honor to my priestess, our our high priestess, Meri-T Shot. Thank you, beloved priestess. Our message, our inspired message: butterflies, rainbows, and machete. Butterflies, rainbows, and machete. Where in the heck is this man going with this? What the hell? So, it's Pride Month, right? We're all opening, well, some of us are opening up our heart. Some of us are closing our heart. Some of us are congealing our heart. Some of us are concreting our hearts. I am challenging you to open yours. Even to those people who think that the whole LGBTQ thing is a whole wet bag of fecal. Even those people, your cousin JJ and all them, open up your heart to the understanding that this is all they got. This is what they got. They got this little bitty living space. That's all they got. They don't know. Maybe during the next lifetime they'll find out one way or the other. But they will find out, like, oh my God, I'm gay. We don't know how this is going to turn out, you know? I have some suspicion that perhaps I was either a little boy in an ancient temple complex in India, Indus Kush Valley, 7,000 years ago. And I sometimes think by the way that my physical behavior is, that I might have been a little girl. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. I came back pissed at patriarchy. So here I am, just really pissed. But in my heterosexuality and my heart understanding and my spirit and soul engaging and understanding of the vastness of space and time and portals and realities and prayer and meditation. You know, I go into meditation, and when I'm doing healing work, I see all kinds of things. And I will tell you something, in spirit, gender doesn't conform to a goddamn thing. In spirit, you ain't got none of that. And you do, man, you don't, and you do. And it's just a multitude of differences and samenesses. You know, the Native American people, and I don't know particular which nations, but as I understand, there's a general understanding of the two-spirited person. Shaman, whether they're European shaman or African shaman, will often dress in a non-gender conforming construct, because spirit doesn't have that. Soul ain't doing all that. You doing that. It's your biology. So cute. But you still mama's pretty baby. You crazy as hell, but you still mama's pretty baby. There is no exactitude to our experience where it is only this and only that. There's nothing that looks like that. The poppy coming up, the little bird, that experience you had yesterday, the day before, that love experience that you experienced, the thing where you said something to me or to yourself or to someone you love, a son, daughter, an uncle, an aunt, or I said something to you. That could go a bunch of different ways. It's not just up or down, left or right. There is no mathematical thing that it's only this. If you were born a boy, then you have to behave. That doesn't even, that's like, you can't glue that to the damn wall. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, baby. It don't. Trust me on that. It don't work. It just don't. Butterflies, rainbows, and machetes. Yes, there is a message here. There is a message here. Mother gave me something. It took a minute to get into my head. Sometimes I'm not the brightest bulb in the pack when mother is speaking. Oh. Some of you got your fingers in your ears, so you're good. Butterflies. What of butterflies? Well, we know from, they have this caterpillar form with its multiple legs. That's its expression of itself, right? That's what it is, right? It's a caterpillar, right? That's what it is. That's what it's going to stay, right? That's what it is. It's going to be a caterpillar for the rest of its life. It's going to die a caterpillar. Live in good old age. I don't know caterpillar age, 93. I don't know the average death of caterpillar. I don't know. Because something happens at some point and the caterpillar becomes a little larvae, I think the word is, a cocoon. I just watch them and pay attention to them. I don't really get into the biological constructs of it. But I know it changes into something where there is a metamorphosis. And in that metamorphosis, it becomes something else. Not quite like the other thing. That chrysalis stage. That difficult stage, that delicate stage where, when it was a caterpillar, it could get away, foreseeably. Caterpillars take a bit of time. It's like, okay, can we get it moving here? But it's moving, and it has an opportunity to hide and slip under something else. I'm very fond of caterpillar. They're really nice. And then they change. At the essence of caterpillar is always the essence of the caterpillar. The essence of the caterpillar doesn't change when it goes through this metamorphosis as larvae or chrysalis or what have you. The essence, the soul of it, if you will, the soul of the butterfly, if you will, stays the same. Stays the same. The very beingness, the heart of the butterfly stays the same. The beauty of what the butterfly was as a caterpillar, and then the larvae or the chrysalis. I don't know all of the science words for this, but nonetheless, it's a pretty process. And because I grow flowers at Wamer Farms, and we're going to be growing them at Dynamite Hill Community Farms, I see butterflies all the time. I've seen several different species of butterflies. I begin to mark them and understand which ones they are. Don't quite understand the biological process from that. I do know that there's a change, and the change is happening. But the essence of the butterfly was always there. So is the butterfly changing? Or is it just changing the form of what you see and are experiencing? But is it at essence always the caterpillar when it becomes the chrysalis? And then it becomes the butterfly. That process of growth and transformation unto your fullest self. That's what's actually happening. It was always a butterfly. It was always a caterpillar. Neither of these two things contradicted one another. We contradict them. We put little things on it that make it so that they're not what they are. They are what we determine them to be. And these determinant factors, these determinant ideas are preposterous, ridiculous, and absurd. The butterfly is the butterfly, the butterfly is the caterpillar is the butterfly, the caterpillar is the chrysalis, the butterfly is the chrysalis, on and on and on and on. But at essence, the soul of the butterfly was always there. The soul of the caterpillar was always there. Was it prettier when it was a caterpillar? Yikes. It's still a caterpillar. Does it become prettier when it's a chrysalis? Yikes. It was always a chrysalis. It was always a butterfly. Has it become, oh, it's so beautiful now? Was it ugly before? Why are we shocked? Why are we surprised? What is it about the butterfly expressing its fullest self, its fullest being, that we're just so horror? Oh, I can't believe this is. Now I'm talking about people in the LGBTQ community when they become the full self, just like you become the full self if you are straight, whatever that is. That's even the term. Every time I hear this, oh, I'm straight. Okay, whatever. Actually, kind of curvy. It's a whole bizarre dance. It really is. I am personally, my person, Reverend Majadi Baruti, I am heterosexual male. Cis, het. These are the terms I hear. But I am me. I was me when I was a little boy. I was me when I was an embryo. I was me as a fetus with a big water head. And here I am now with a big water head. Nothing changed. I was always that. And I grew and I developed and I became this thing that I am today. Butterfly, chrysalis, I don't know what stage I'm in. I believe it's a constant transformation of self. And in that constant transformation of self, there's no mistake. The goddess, in her great wisdom, understood that you would make these transformations. Transformations. See how I did that? That you would behave to some as though you were queer. See what I did there? That you would, in your understanding of your spirit, be your full self. You know why? Because mother doesn't make mistakes. Humans make mistakes. We are fallible. We are fools on a perpetual journey, the fool's journey. We ain't got a clue or a dollar to buy one with. All 7 billion of us are a bunch of nutcases as far as I'm concerned, including myself. We don't know what the hell we're doing, really. But the experience, baby, the experience is what it is all about. The experience, the beingness, the being present here. And now we have people that want to stop you from being fully in your experience. And that's a problem. That's a major, major problem. Telling you, you can't be this. You can't be that. Well, fool, you can't be what you are then. Fool. The fool is always on the journey. You know, does anyone know the story of the fool's journey? You know the fool's journey? The fool has a packet or a stick, and on the stick, the fool has a weight of a bag, a satchel with all kinds of things in it. We don't know exactly what's in it, but the fool has always got this. And at one point, the fool in the tarot is walking and seemingly about to walk off the edge of a cliff. But that's just how our lived experience is, right? We don't have an exactitude as to where we're going. We're just kind of making this up as we go along. We have our little plans. Oh, but those damn plans, yikes. How many plans have you screwed up? At least you think you screwed them up. No, it's just another plan. Your little plans are so cute. I got plans with my life. Oh, here's my planned retirement. Okay. What about the damn car crash that's going to happen when you're 60? Anyway, it's not how it works, baby. It don't work like that. It ain't lines and borders and walls. It ain't like that. So that butterfly becomes something more of what it is already. It's still at essence itself, the caterpillar. The caterpillar was the butterfly was the caterpillar was the larvae, and we did that over again. We ain't gonna do that over again. And there's that process of growth and transformation unto your fullest self. And here you are, experiencing, being with people, being with flowers, trees, my personal favorite, trees and flowers and grasses and bushes and stuff like that. People are all right. Some of y'all are all right. And then there are rainbows. Oh, those beautiful, beautiful rainbows. Oh, those wonderful, wonderful rainbows. The rain comes, maybe a soft rain. The blue is there. But then as you look, that sun shining and doing its thing to light as it does at the right time and at the right moment, but not at the moment that you expect it, here comes forth the rainbow. And it's so pretty, and we're all in wonder at the rainbow. Everybody that sees a rainbow, they don't, I don't know if you know anybody that goes, oh, damn rainbow. Nobody does that. Nobody's really doing that. If you have this person in your life that you need to get rid of them, if they see a rainbow, they're like, oh, yuck. Oh, I hate rainbows. You need to separate yourself from this person and let them go on in their misery. Let them dance in weirdness. But most people go, oh, look, it's a rainbow. Grown men, construction workers, oh man, it's a rainbow, bro. Right on. You know what I mean? It's a whole thing, right? It's like a rainbow. It's like, oh, it's a rainbow, man. It's a rainbow. That's awesome. What's wrong with this? I don't know the whole science behind that either. You can say I don't know a lot of science at all. Anyway, but I don't know the whole science behind the rainbow. But what I do know is that rainbow is pretty. You see that rainbow? They got stories about the rainbows. They got all kinds of cartoons with rainbows in it because the kids, little kids, they got the little adventure in the cartoon and all these troubles happen. Then comes the rainbow. Oh, Lord. We know the whole Noah thing. I'm not going to go into that. If I do deal with Noah, it's going to go a whole different way than what you think it's going to go, okay? But there's a rainbow. Oh, it's a rainbow. Hope. Oh, we're good. Oh, wow, rainbow, so pretty. Oh, it's a rainbow. Then you get the double rainbows, right? You ever had the double rainbows? That'll trip you out, right? You're like, whoa, it's 2 rainbows. Holy smokes. From what I understand, that's actually what the sky looks like. It's just that blue is coming through. Ultraviolet rays and all types of things. All of these colors coming forth. All of these colors coming forth by day. The coming forth by day. All of these colors. And guess what they come out of? Black. Yes. Yes, my loves. They all come out of black. Black is the encompassing of all colors. It is not white that is the encompassing. White is inside of the black. But black is the prime. They are not opposite. They are not enemy, black and white. That's some bizarre stuff y'all made up, which are crazy. You crazy making, as one of my best friends says. Crazy making. That's what it's like. Oh, the black and white are opposite. No, that's not how that works. Nothing works like that. That's ridiculous. You're coming forth from your black mother, your black mama, your mama black. Like we said before, your mama is so black that she is the beginning of all things and the ending of all things. She doesn't have a beginning herself, nor does she have an ending, but she is both. And they don't contradict. She is eternal. Your mama is so black that when she decided to manifest herself as a physicality, she made herself what we now know as the African woman. We discussed before the mitochondrial DNA. So you can be as racist as you want to with your little cute self, with your little Bernie, death self, killing people. All that foolishness. That ain't gonna get you nowhere. You ain't gonna win. Not like that, dummy. You can come on home to your mama. That's your problem. That's your problem. You didn't forgot your black mama. That's your problem. Dingbat. Come on home. I'm not asking for members of the KKK to come and knock on Udja Temple. I'm not asking that. I'm saying that as a fact, you don't know who your mama is. I know who your mama is. You don't know who your mama is. That's the problem. That's the major issue with you. That's a major issue with a lot of these things that we're dealing with, is we have forgotten our mothers, and we have forgotten that our mother produced everything and nothing is a mistake, and the rainbow is not an accident. And even the symbology of the rainbow, and they're changing the rainbow for the LGBTQIA community so that it's more expansive of black and brown folks and other folks who are marginalized. And there's even an argument about that, which is another dynamic of the reality that we live in, that we have the ability to argue what we perceive as reality from our different vantage points. That's one of the beautiful experiences about this whole thing, right? It's not that we're in competition with one another. It's that in this cooperation that we do, even though we don't understand that we're cooperating on a very cosmic level, even in these arguments that we make against each other, we're still together. Here we are on this damn planet, this planet that we have damned, let me say it like that, with our stupidity. All 7 billion of us, without a clue, making it up as we go along. Understand this. This rainbow coming forth from Mother and her blackness of space. If you want to go there, you can go there. The darkness that is the cosmos, producing light, sound, warmth, cold, shadow, and all the expressions of Mother as compassion, as love, as sex, as sexuality, as making love, and the other words we use for making love, those two, growing flowers, building things, arguing, fighting, fussing, cussing, drinking beer, drinking wine, drinking rum, drinking brandy, creating all these different manifestations of religious thought, theological and theological thought, spirituality, meditation, everything that is a thing, clothes dryers, hats, altars to the ancestors, candles, scarves, all of these things, inanimate, animate, alive and undead, all of these things are manifestations of your black mama. Everything that is a thing, everything that has ever been a thing is a manifestation of your black ass mama. And coming forth from blackness, which encompasses all of those colors, mother is our commonality. Mother is our commonality. Mother is our origin, all of our origins. There is no way to resist or to deny that particular reality. You can try if you want, but you're going to fail every time. There is no way to turn away from your mama. And as my mother would say to me, you think you're grown, don't you? You ain't gonna never grow up to your mama. You know, because as you can possibly imagine, I had a bit of a mouth. I was blah blah. I was boy. I know. You're like, oh really? I'm so surprised. I'm so shocked. Reverend Baruti had a bit of a mouth. Yeah. So I thought I was grown. You couldn't tell me nothing. You couldn't tell me nothing or Nathan. You couldn't tell me nothing. I knew everything. I still think I know everything, but I don't. And then I argue with myself whether or not I know everything, because I argue with myself because I know that I don't know everything. You see, you do the same thing with your crazy self, with your crazy rainbow self. Whatever shade of the rainbow, whatever tone, whatever, expression of the rainbow you are, or not, because the or not is a choice too. And no one's coming to get you. Let me say this. There is no gay agenda. That's the dumbest. There just isn't. There's no gay spray. There's no gay cannon. Otherwise, everybody would be. It's just a bizarre attitude. Like a group of gays just sat and said, "Oh, let's gay it up." This is not how that works. What we're seeing is people having some courage and being encouraged and strengthened by community to be themselves. Whereas before, the fight wasn't that powerful. But I've seen some 19th century images of black women, black lesbian women, and dressed real fine, just finery, being together in images, probably in secret. But we're not doing that no more. We ain't lying, and people, and I'm gonna give you a little story. People, I'm not hiding anymore. We're not doing that. That's what you're seeing. So for those of you who are having a panic attack, about to die of anxiety because the gays are coming to get you, my brothers and sisters, my folks, my beloveds are not coming to get you. They ain't got time to do all that. You know why? They trying to hold on to jobs. They trying to get health care. They trying to get housing. They trying to pay the damn water bill, the light bill. They ain't trying to do all that. That's you. That's you with your issues. Anybody coming after your ass. And brothers, men, black men, white men, Hispanic men, all the gay men don't like you. Stupid. I know y'all be like, I don't want to go nowhere, no gay dudes, because they be looking at me. Just like you're ugly to a lot of women. For some of you, a lot of women think you're ugly. You ugly to them too. I'm hetero as hell, and you're really ugly. Your whole energy is ugly with that stupidity. You're really unattractive anyway. If I were gay, you would be really freakishly unattractive. So you ain't got nothing to worry about. Just walk around. Whoever like you, which I can't believe anyone does. But somebody might scrape you from the bottom of the barrel of stupid and like you. Dummy. Everybody ain't sexually attracted to you. Everybody don't want to sleep with you. Fool. That's not how it works. Sisters, all the lesbian women don't want to sleep with you. You ain't that damn fine. I just pissed off her. Yeah, you ain't that damn fine. All the lesbian women don't want to sleep. That's just dumb. Because everybody ain't attracted to everybody. That ain't even how that works. That's not even set up like that. Your spirit, your soul, your being is not set up like that. It's set up to be attracted to different particular dynamics. And some of them may be completely opposite. But you're attracted to whomever you're attracted to in your spirit. That's how that works. You can't be forced into it, dummy. Men and women, male and female, dummy. That's for everybody. That's for all of us, dummy. It doesn't work like that at all. Whoever's attracted to you, whoever thinks you're hot, that's who thinks you're hot. It's not all of the people with your arrogant ass. Now that we've cleared that up, dummy, I'm talking to myself too. I had some issues years ago when I was like 19, 18. Oh, the gay guy is going to get me. Oh, no, I'm going to become gay. This is a gay spray. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that at all. And there is no way to resist or to deny the reality that is the butterfly and the transformation of who you are into the fullest of your experience while you're here on this planet. And then you die 6 feet underground and you begin to rot and stink. And then you look back at it as a spirit and say, well, damn. Yes, it's just a transformation. Your soul rises up out the grave or whatever and look back, well, okay. Wow, that was a hell of a ride. 78 years of that. Wow. I should have gated up more. Anyway, I should have gated up more. Anyway, but this is not how it works. Like, it's not this thing of exactitude and lines. The caterpillar and the larvae and the chrysalis and the butterfly and then the death of the butterfly. It's all the same energy. It just transforms and moves and shifts. Your child that was 3 years old, and let me say this and I'm going to get into the last part of this, right? Yeah, I'm going to close up. I sound like a regular preacher, right? I'm going to let y'all go after a while, but let me get this point across. Your 3-year-old child, your 5-year-old, 7-year-old, 10-year-old child, 11, 12-year-old child, 13-year-old child. They have known themselves being with themselves in their bodies, and in their spirits, in their souls, their minds, what they feel, what they express, the touch of something. The touch of your flesh, the smell of your breath, the perfume that you wear, the cologne that you wear. They are having their own experience and their own sets of experiences in their body, recognizing their fingers as little children, putting them in their mouths, putting things in their mouths to find out what it is. And you can't stop that. What you can do is cultivate what is there. Whatever expression they're having, cultivate it so that it remains safe and warm and fed and taken care of. When the child begins at whatever age, I've seen some children begin to express these types of dynamics of who they are sexually and gender-wise at 6 and 7 years old. So there isn't really a line, right? Some later. some new something all the time, and then at 24, we call it coming out of the closet. I don't even know if that's what it is. Maybe that's what it is. It's really fully expressing themselves. You put them in the damn closet. Nut. Yeah, nut. You did that. That's your fault. They went in no closet. You put them in the closet and lock the damn door. All that stuff you say to them, oh, you're not going to be a son of mine or a daughter of mine wearing that dress, blah, blah, blah. You can't wear those blue jeans. Oh, you're such a tomboy, blah, 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 blah. Oh, you didn't lock the child up in a closet. Now the child got to come up out the damn, you locked the child, you put the child in the closet. And then, dun, 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 when they decide that when they figure it out, decide, have battle with it, and can't help but to be themselves, whatever that expression is, whatever that looks like, whatever was the impetus for that, the catalyst for that. It can be a thought, a word, a sentence, a kiss, a hug, a scent, a recognition of someone beautiful. Boy, girl, man, woman, whatever, whomever. And then they look at it and it's something else. And the heart begins to beat fast. They get all this madness in their head because of you. All this madness. You forced them into that closet, but this stuff is banging on their head. Stuff that you said to them, those horrible things you said to them. If you did not embrace them as the child that is yours, mama, daddy, mama, daddy, a lot of daddies, some mama, a bunch of mamas, but a lot of daddies. Patriarchy. Mama got that in her hand too. Here they are, learning, feeling, experiencing, and the loins begin to, and everything in the heart just, it's the same experience that you have as a heterosexual person, the same exact precise experience. The problem is we have constructed a very damning set of rules. We call them Christianity, Al-Islam, Judaism, Ifa, Candomblé. We got a bunch of names for this. Patriarchy. I gotta be a real man. All that. Real women don't. Real men don't. All this madness you didn't put on it. You know why? Because you saw the butterfly as a caterpillar and said, it had better be a caterpillar all of its life or else I'm going to disown it. You saw the rainbow and did like this. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see a damn rainbow. All I see is blackness. The irony. And then when they come out of the closet that you put them in, that society that you've constructed with all of your religions and your politics and your proper behavior, when they come out of that closet, they come out swinging. You can take that a couple different ways. They come out swinging. But they come out of there, baby. And when they do, it's on like a pot of neck bones. It's on now. Time to get it cracking, because reality has set in. Love is filling their heart, the expression of who they are, and their understanding and relationship with the Creator is there too. Now, let me tell you a story. For those who have not heard this, the first letters written to Udja Temple, written to me, were from queer Black women. I call them love letters, and I wish I had saved them. I didn't have the brilliance to do that. I wish I had saved them. I did. I didn't save a single letter. Three love letters from queer Black women. And they had heard the message. This was probably 2009. I actually began in late 2008 doing podcasts. Began to call it Udja Temple, I guess around 2009. These love letters were from these it was different times, 3 queer Black women. And they said that what they heard from this ministry that was just budding, just starting, was that they could be free inside the goddess. What does the goddess think about me? I'm a lesbian woman, Black woman. I said, Mama loves you too. And they expressed their horrors and the terrorism that they experienced inside of the church, and one of the sisters inside of the masjid. Yeah, assalamu alaikum. Peace be unto you, brethren and sistren. You've been bad. You've been very bad. I don't know if Allah is pleased with you as you think Allah is. I don't know if Jesus or Yeshua, I'm going to call my brother by the right name, Yeshua, is pleased with you like you think you are. I don't know if you think you're in the right space, because they weren't assholes, as far as I understand. Inside of Al-Islam, Allah is not an asshole. Inside of Christianity, as far as I understand, God is not an asshole. I know y'all present them like that with your own behavior and expression of yourselves. However, in the all-encompassing greatness of mystery that is Creator, by whatever expression, I don't think your Creator is as much of an asshole as you are. You'll have to have that conversation with your Creator, won't you? But these women wrote these letters, these love letters. My first love letters were from queer Black women. I was surprised. Really, I didn't see that comment. It was emails. I think it was my Yahoo email. Yeah, I had a Yahoo email. Shh. But I got these letters and I just, tears, all that. Because if you haven't been able to tell, I'm a touchy-feely kind of guy, right? I like to hug and all that. Tears. I knew that I was on the right path. So it was queer Black women that set me on the path. And I have a friend, my best friend, she tells me, she said, well, you actually kind of have an inner lesbian. I don't even understand. It's just kind of a thing. Like, I'm sure I'm male, man, hetero. She said, you have an inner lesbian. Why do lesbians like you? So I don't know. I'm not going, let me go talk to the lesbians. It's just what happens. It's probably they hear the goddess's voice through her little chatty doll, me. And that's all. They hear mother. They find kindred spirit. Because we're not doing this thing, this sexual thing, right? So there's something in the heart. I am brethren. I'm brother. I'm actually brother. Not brother that is trying to sleep with you, but brother that is your brother. And I love you. So they wrote me these love letters, and it was just really beautiful. Again, I was shocked. I was surprised. I was like, oh, goodness gracious, that's a whole thing, isn't it? That's the story. Now, during this Pride Month, and we're going to wrap this up. Now is the hour of the day. It is the day that you and I absolutely must wield the machete. We're going to have to wield the machete. Now, a machete can go a couple of different ways, right? A machete can be used to do what? to chop away weed and things that are in your way when you're trying to plant or grow, or some way trying to move through a space. Sometimes you have to chop through it. Sometimes you're going to have to chop through it. But you and I are going to have to stand and walk together and talk together and be in each other's vibrations and share these familial connections that we have as an actuality. Because we have denied ourselves for all of this time, this juicy love, because we were disturbed and disengaged by the things, the battle, the patriarchy and its madness, its demented state of beingness, its anti-human, anti-love dynamic has caused upon our heads, right? So we're unfocused, we're disconnected from each other. We've been distracted from the thing that would actually topple these things that are destroying us. I need to make that point to you. Butterfly who sees the rainbow, now it's time for you to wield the machete. It's time for us to stand together against this anti-human, anti-love dynamic, this demented state of being. We've been distracted from the thing that would actually get us to be able to have some wins because we're so stressed over someone's gender, sexuality, and that experience that they're having. That's their experience, not your damn experience. Your experience is experiencing you inside of the context of y'all shared experience, but you don't have their experience. Their experience is their experience. You dig what I'm saying, right? You get me? You ain't them, they ain't you. You ain't got to be all up in their business. And they ain't got to be all up in your business. But you have a shared business, which is the space that you all share, whether it's work, play, whatever it is. Walking through the planet, passing each other. You pass the trans person and you've got all this stuff in your head. They got all this stuff in it. And let me be real about this. The LGBTQ community is not a perfect community. They got mad issues. Internal issues, some of it the internalized dynamics of heteropatriarchy and capitalism, some of it, some other things that they came through with, brought from another life and brought through. They're human. We are all human. Whether you are part of the community or not, you call yourself an ally. We're experiencing our experiences as our own experiences through this collective experience. You dig? We're parts, and we're parts of a whole, and we're the whole parts unto ourselves. But we have enemies. We have commonalities. One of the major commonality is that our mama is Black. And in that commonality, there are certain expressions of ourselves that some people have found problematic. And they want to take our stuff. Mama gave us some stuff, and they want to take that from us. And we arguing with each other while the thief is taking our stuff. Our freedom, justice, equality, harmony, ecstasy, orgasm, swimming, clothing, how we use a computer, how we walk, how we talk, how we go into a store, whether or not we can be in the store at all without being harassed. They're taking our stuff. And you arguing with this equal fool over here, because this is y'all equal fool. You arguing with them over whether or not they are Black enough as a lesbian or they're lesbian enough as a Black person. Or, just a bunch of little intricate, little nuanced things that we're arguing about that don't really matter because the thief is in the house. And they're stealing all your stuff. Not only that, they are locking your ass in the house together with your Black self, with your white self, with your Latinx self, with your Asian self, with your gay self, with your lesbian, trans self, with your asexual self, with your intrasexual self. They locked your ass up. Y'all all in the house. But you're so busy, all locked up. They got cages around you. They got cages in your head. And you're so busy arguing who's better, who's uglier, who's taller. I mean, just really irrelevant stuff that doesn't even matter to anything. And like the fool, you have always had with you what you have needed on your journey. That's what the fool is carrying. I talked about the fool earlier. I don't even know if I completed that thought. But the fool is carrying a bundle. And in this bundle is everything that the fool actually needs. But the fool is too much of a fool to look in the damn bundle. Some of us are too much of a fool to look around us and figure out the commonality, even if it is the commonality and understanding the commonality that we all came from, that mitochondrial DNA of a black mother in Africa. Even if we just use that as the commonality to understand that someone is trying to take mama's house and take the stuff in mama's house and try to take our stuff too. And then we're going to have to come together and bring up Machete. These demented, anti-human, anti-love masters of evil. We've been distracted from the thing that would actually top us or bring us up to be able to challenge, to give the proper challenge to destroying an enemy, looking at us and laughing, knowing because we're all separated with our black selves and brown selves and marginalized selves, our LGBTQIA selves and all the rest of it. And the enemies are laughing because we have not formed that one idea, that singular idea that would dismantle all of these attacks, attempts, attempted murders, the plans, the deadly plans to destroy our lives, to prevent our freedom. That one idea, that unified whole is that we are all family, and family fights for family. Raise up your machete. Defend the family. Defend love. Defend peace. Move through that space, in that space with mother. Be your fullest butterfly self, caterpillar self, chrysalis self. Be part of this beautiful rainbow that exists on this planet, in this planet, in this planet. Raise up your machete in defense of the family. Bring forth love. Bring forth love. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
Shakti Sundari Namastasye 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 Namo Namaha Mahamaye Mangali Namastasye 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 Namo Amba Lalita Devi Mahakali Bhairavi Namastasye, 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 Namo Namaha.